Azimio supporters countrywide are very disappointed. Why? Because of the interview Baba had with the local media, and specifically because of something he said in that interview. He ruled out Azimio supporters storming State House. Now, in my opinion, this is a confirmation of what I've been saying here all along. I have been saying that Azimio leader Raila Odinga is the least radical, is not the problem here for the UDA government. The problem is the people. Raila Odinga's fanatical supporters, huge base of fanatical supporters, and very many Kenyans, some of them previously UDA supporters, who are now firmly behind Baba. Those Kenyans are the problem for UDA, not Raila. But having said that, let us break down this latest development by asking a few questions. If you are Raila Odinga and you have this demonstration on Monday, would you call an interview with the press and then uropoke kila kitu? You reveal everything? You tell them we're going to start by doing this, and then we'll do that, and then we'll meet here, and then we'll do this, and then we'll storm State House, and then we'll do this? Would you do that? Just answer me that simple question. Would you? Question number 2. Is the storming of a State House all over the world where we've seen it happen, is it spontaneous or it is carefully and intricately planned? Maybe I'll answer that second question for you, because many Kenyans don't follow foreign media or what is happening outside Kenya. Usually it is spontaneous. The anger of the people overflows and then they do things. That's usually how it goes down. And so in my opinion, this thing that Azimio supporters want is not in Baba's hands. It's not. And my final question, is it possible for the people of a country to remove a regime they don't want by totally peaceful means, without any iota of violence? Is it possible? Again, that last question, allow me to answer for you. Not only is it possible, it has been done many times before all over the world. Maybe the best example that stands out is that of Mahatma Gandhi in India. In case you didn't know, peaceful protests brought down the mighty British Empire in India. That's a recognized historical fact. You see, most Kenyans don't realize just how serious things already are. For instance, on Monday, I can assure you, a vast majority, especially those people who work in the CBD, will not go to work. And I know this how? I'll tell you by asking you a simple question. Even if somebody wants to go to work, how will they get there? How? Because I've spoken to various vehicle owners, even the vehicle owners owning matatus, which are based outside Nairobi. Many of them have given instructions that on Monday there'll be no trips into Nairobi. Now, I don't know if you realize the impact of that already. Things in Kenya on Monday, 20th March, are going to be grounded. And so those who are saying Baba is weak, Raila is tired, there's nothing he's doing, he's finished, they need to observe what happens on Monday. How many people make it to work? What public service vehicles will be operating? Etc., etc. Now, just a few days of that kind of development, are enough to bring any government down. No violence, just peaceful protests, saying to the UDA government, no, we are tired, go home, period. The government can huff and puff and act tough, but the truth is, when you ask the simple question right now in Kenya, who is more powerful, Raila Odinga or William Samoei Ruto? The answer should be obvious. A man who can ground everything in the country, that is a man you need to pay attention to. And there's something else, and this is something the ODM Secretary General said, and many people missed it in an interview recently. He said, it is not possible to ignore more than one half of the country, over 50%. Actually, personally, I'd put it at 60 to 70%. Yeah? Another 10 to 20% neutral, and then the rest supporters of the UDA government. That is really the true picture on the ground. And even in a military dictatorial country, we have seen before, when the vast majority of the people in that country say no, hakuna bunduki za kutosha to stop them. That is the truth. You know, there's another way of looking at Raila Odinga's remarks during this TV interview. Yeah? And I can put it in one word. Incitement. Yes, you heard me right. How so? Imagine all these people with pent-up anger. All these people so determined to march to State House. All these people have made travel arrangements from various parts of the country to get to Nairobi for what they see as a historical day. And many of these people are already in the city. And then suddenly those people are told, no, we are not marching to State House. No. How do you think they're going to react? In my opinion, somebody would not have wanted that kind of reaction, would have just said no comment about that. I'm not going to speak about that. But the fact that now Kenyans are getting very angry, some are even writing Raila Odinga's political obituary. Not a good idea. Many have written it many times. Na haijafanyika. Because this man is a political juggernaut. He knows this game better than any other Kenyan alive. That is just the truth. Insulting Raila Odinga may be very easy. It is the easier thing. But facing the facts is much harder for many people. But you see, whether you face the facts or not, they remain the facts. And sooner or later, the facts and the reality will catch up with you. That's the nature of this life. And even the government has incited Kenyans. How so? By arresting over 50 University of Nairobi students who were having a press briefing at a Nairobi hotel. Now, what are you going to charge those students with? Because the last time I checked, our 2010 Constitution allows for freedom of association. You don't need a permit to hold any political meeting. Maybe we have too many people from the Moi regime and from the Moi days still alive, they must be very old now, and doing the thinking for the UDA government. Why would you want to arrest university students? Now, those who understand university students and those who have attended the University of Nairobi will know exactly what I'm talking about. Will know exactly what kind of reaction you'd be looking for by arresting University of Nairobi student leaders. You're asking for trouble, my friend. Hey, you're asking for trouble that may have not been there had you not arrested those students. Anyway, I'm waiting with bated breath to see what those students are going to be charged with. I'm really waiting. I'm very anxious. Nijue what they're going to be charged with in a court of law in Kenya under the 2010 Kenyan constitution. Wacha tungoje tuone. But bottom line, wrong move. Very, very wrong move. And I dare add that Azimio have so far made no mistake. Yeah, their moves have been very carefully calculated and well thought out. Everything they've done so far. For instance, they've not announced a venue for this protest. Have you thought about that? Now, had they announced that we're meeting at Uhuru Park, for instance, what do you think would have happened? Uhuru Park would have been sealed off. But they've not announced a venue. And I'm sure UD intelligence is working overtime to try and discover where these people are going to meet. So let's wait and see what happens. Now, before I sign off, I want to stand in solidarity with all those Kenyans who are fighting for a better Kenya. And therefore, for only 48 hours, starting right now until the end of Monday, I am giving a super special offer for my weekly intelligence briefings. By the way, this is the latest 101 out, which is just mind-blowing. It details what to expect on Monday and the days after. You can see details on your screens right now. $9.99 for a whole year's subscription, and $14.49 for life subscription to my WIB. Now you'll never ever get another offer better than this one. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.